So I have a really good question that I've asked other people before. If you rubbed a genie's lamp and that genie came out and said, I am the environmental genie, I trade mistakes for life and I give each human one wish, one very specific wish, and if you want to take it, I will grant it. And this genie comes up to you and says, I will let you pick any endangered species like the American parrot. You know, there was a rainbow bird that used to be everywhere around America. It was in the Virginias, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida. It was in Tennessee. It was a rainbow parrot, a rainbow bird that just was all over North America. It died in the 1920s out because of all the pollution, all the hunting, all the human activity killed every last one of them. The last one was sighted in the 1900s. Over 120 years, nobody's found it in anywhere, not a single country. We've killed them all. So this genie says you can pick any one of those species, and I'll bring them all back. Poof! There are millions of them, all back in the Americas, all back. Every single one that was here before humans got here. And all you have to do is this one human, have to give up your electric heaters, you have to give up your home, all your cars, all your pollution, all of it. And you get to move to a fabric tent. Your house, everything, poof, gets turned into just a animal skin tent with and that's it. You just get an animal skin tent, and you get to keep your clothing made out of plants, and your shoes made out of plants or whatever. So everything just becomes sustainable around you, but you instantly lose your house, all anything that ran off of coal and electricity, because those things are what killed the species, and just you, this one individual, just you have to make this wish. So you got to lose everything and start over in a fabric tent. Nothing. You got nothing to your name. Your car, your bank account, anything hooked up to electricity, gone. Your name has been erased from electricity's name. You don't have a footprint. The genie has erased your footprint. You're no longer responsible, and a whole species is saved by you. Yes. All your footprint is erased. Any electricity you used in the past got undone by this genie. He changed time. He brought back the whole species, and just you got erased from the environmental damage timeline. But now you have to restart life in this little fabric tent, and that's all you got, made out of a couple branches. Would you take that wish? Would you bring back millions of a lost species like the American parrot and just restart your life in a tent? Could you do it? Could you erase your footprint, make sure you're not destroying this earth, and most importantly, could you continue not destroying the earth? Or would you be partly responsible for the wipeout of this parrot being extinct a second time? Would you see humans starting to shoot the damn thing again and let them? Would you see people driving around and these birds dropping out of trees and dead things everywhere and continue to let it happen? So you have an answer here. I know I would. I would take the wish. I would have to move someplace like Georgia or South Carolina and just be able to admire these birds flying up to my tent. And I definitely would have to try to find work that's sustainable, and I would never be able to do it now in my health. I would make the wish and die. That's what would happen to me right now. Right now, I would say yes, I'd make the wish, all the parrots would be back, I'd move into the tent, and then I would die. I would freeze to death, I would die. I'm not healthy. If I was a healthy person, yeah, I've done that before, and I could rebuild my life with a job. If I didn't have my name, if I was any other person on earth with a name where I could just go get a job, yeah, then why not? Why not? I mean, you get to bring a whole species, you get to undo the damage of hundreds of thousands of idiot humans in one decision. Yeah, take that decision. One blink of an eye, and you made the world a better place. And it's not like you can't rebuild. It's not like you can't do it like I can. I mean, with some help, I might be able to rebuild, but I have a lot of health issues. I got a neurological disorder. I can't use a shelter because of my parents. I can't collect my social security. If I work, I get injured. It's just a lose-lose for me. But if I had the choice, even if it cost me death, even if I had to die, even if there wasn't a tent, let's say I had to die, I had to be wiped out of history, just me, and all these birds would be back. I still would say yes. I'm actually more likely to say yes. So yes, we're going to rephrase the questions so you go over it again. If a genie came to you, the environmental genie, and said you could bring back any species of your choice, any species that was destroyed by pollution and mankind's choices, and all you had to do was wipe out all the things that you're doing today. So all your electric heaters, your television, your car, all of it just wipes out. And then you're just a primitive man with a stick and you have to start over again. But you have a clean conscience, you have a clean environment, and you brought back a species. Would you agree to that with the genie? Or would you say no, keep your house, keep your TV, keep your electricity, and say fuck those damn parrots, fuck those damn turtles, fuck those damn elephants? Which would be your choice? And remember, you get to pick the species. So it's not like you can pick any species that America or Japan or any human race has destroyed, and you get to bring it back. The dodo maybe, but that's pretty in the beginning of wiping stuff out, and that was kind of its own fault. That wasn't due to us. I mean, yes, we hunted it, but that wasn't like we polluted the shit out of it. Like the American parrot was only due to us. It survived for millions of years in all different types of climates in the Americas. But then when white people with guns came along with bunches of pollution, burning coal, ripping out feathers, eating them like chickens, we wiped them out in no time. We were eating them for Thanksgiving. I mean, these are not a species that recovers like turkeys. So yeah, we just kept on wiping them, and they're so beautiful that every single child and adult wanted, their American parrot. They were flying them all to countries, and they're actually really hard to survive too. They don't they have their own survival methods, and when you take them out of nature, they can't survive. And a lot of animals are like that, and they just happen to be one, so they were wiped out completely. And they're a beautiful bird, really. The American parrot would no longer exist. The only rainbow bird that ever lived in the Americas, that lived in the Americas for hundreds of millions of years until we came along in the 1600s. And then they were wiped out by the 1900s. Yes, 300 years and we destroyed a species. And that's because we were using their feathers, eating their meat, using their bones, and just hunting them for fun because they were beautiful birds. Just ripping out the feathers, throwing the bodies away. Um, we also got the pollution. We're destroying their environment, cutting their trees down. We're burning coal and all this different pollution. So it's just a double whammy on their species.